What's going on? Howdy, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. It's not going to be a real long show. It's not going to be a half hour, but probably keeping it to about an hour. We'll see. How's everybody doing tonight? Somewhat of an eventful day. Yeah, we're going to talk. Excuse me. There's a nasty scam going around. And unfortunately, some people are falling for it. Hello, everyone. Everyone got your snack handy? Huh? My guest tonight is Abel Vela. He'll be here in just a few minutes. He's having a very very late dinner. Oops. How's the lighting? We need more light? Nah, I'm all right. What's going down tonight in your world? It is Wednesday, the 15th of June. Man, the month is flying by. And we're going to talk about a scam that's happening. It was going on heavy for the last few days. And unfortunately, there were some friends of mine who got scammed. And when I first heard about it, I mean, maybe because I'm a constant skeptic, I knew it was a scam from the beginning. And I didn't think people would fall for it. I don't know, just too obvious. Just want to delay a little bit, give my friend Abel some time to scarf down his meal. He'll be here just a couple of minutes. It won't be that long. But yeah, there's a lot of things going out there. One of the latest things happening is that accounts are getting duplicated. All right, they're getting hijacked as well, but they're also getting duplicated. When they're not hijacked, that means they're checking your public account, and they are copying your photos, your profile pictures, anything in your photo library, and they're copying all of it and bringing it over to their new fake page. And to which point, they'll send out the friend request again. And some people fall for it and they'll accept the friend request. And then they start to proceed and try and scam you. Oh, have you seen this? You get the messenger message that from your friend or someone who you've dealt with online before or all the time. And you'll get a message from them that says, "Hello, how are you?" And it's not them. You're like, But some people fall for it, and they accept that message and then the friend request, and it can go downhill from there. And it's been a real problem. And from what I understand, Facebook is not stepping up to the plate, saying, "Yeah, we're going to stop this." Their answer is, well, that new account, they're like, well, they haven't done anything wrong, so how we're not going to delete it, even though you tell them, well, it's a duplicate, they're faking my account. Passwords, you should change them often. Yes, thank you, El Canalito. Change your passwords often. I know it's a pain in the ass, but you got to do it. And your password should be 10 to 12 digits. Yeah, I know you're not going to like that. You got enough passwords to remember. You got your PIN number, you got your phone password, you got your email password, your Facebook password, your Instagram password, your work password. I know. but you got to do 10 digits. All right, 10 to 12 digits. It can be a phrase. You can make it a phrase, a sentence. Something that's easy to remember. And use characters. You got to mix up. You got to add numbers. You got to add characters. Don't make it, you know, uh, 74 or 76, which is your birthday. The last two digits of your birthday. Don't make it your birthday. Don't make it your kid's birthday. Just pick, instead of an A, use the at symbol. Instead of an O, use a zero. You know what I mean? Instead of an I, use the exclamation point. And you got to use like the pound sign, and you got to incorporate a lot of different things in there. The harder you make it, the longer, more complicated you make the password, the more difficult it is for a hacker to get in. And when they can't get in a few minutes, they're not going to bother. So it's very important you change your password. And I'll be honest, the more complicated you make it, the less frequently you have to change your password. Mine's pretty complicated. I haven't changed it in a while, but I haven't had any issues either. So I made it complicated. Mine is let me see. Yeah, mine is 12 characters, and it's got capital letters, numbers, characters. It's a mix of everything. So uh, do that. You might have to spend a whole day or a week, a Saturday or a Sunday doing it, but do it. It's very important. Hang on, let me see what else was going on today. Yesterday, again, congratulations to Mayra Flores, who won her Senate race, number 34 in Texas. And I hope she will represent us well in Washington. She still has a hurdle in November, and we'll see what happens there. She defeated Dan Sanchez, which we know is someone we know, her attorney. And some people have been saying, "Oh man, I wish he would have won, because then he would have had to have bowed out from being, her attorney." And that's true. But the problem with that would have been, well, now we have another delay, because now she's got to find somebody new, or they have to appoint someone new, and then they got to get them up to speed. So now we're talking another 2 or 3 month delay. So maybe this is what happened is okay. I don't know if it was Vanessa that ruined his chances. I don't think she helped any. I think, at least in Cameron County, a lot of Democrats came together and had a powwow and said, "Let's make sure Dan gets in there." But Myra's just too strong. She's been out there way too long already. She ran on a very effective campaign for a very long time. Just about 2 years, almost 2 years. And she knew what she was doing. She got a good campaign manager, a good social media manager. And you know what? If you want to run for office, take notes, because she did it the right way. You know who else did it the right way? Someone I don't like, Barack Obama. But that was also an effective campaign, heavy social media campaign. But it was, got to say, it was breathtaking. The brand was everywhere. You were getting emails, you were getting text messages. It was everywhere on social media. The brand was everywhere. So, if you know what you're doing, that's what's going to happen, and you should get good results. And he came in. He came in not long ago. He didn't have a whole lot of time. You're talking about a couple of months to a couple of years. Her face is plastered everywhere out there, and so she was able to flip what was, at the very least, just over 100 years blue area, to red. And so we'll see what's going to happen come November. Um, so, have you been seeing these? Let's talk about this scam. Yeah, I'm just going to read some of your comments out here. Hey, everybody, welcome. Yeah, and I haven't. Have you seen? Has our little friend been live? Because I haven't seen for. Let me take a look. 10 hours ago. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Speaking of scams, I want to talk about another thing regarding that. We'll wait for Abel to get here. So, how many times did our little friend say that she was not profiting or monetizing from Uvalde or from any of that? You guys remember her saying that? That she's not monetizing at all? Hang on, I'm going to check a fact right before I do this. So, yeah. So you guys heard our friend say that she had not been monetizing on the tragedy that happened at Uvalde, right? Right? I know you heard it because she's tried to say it a bunch of times. So, well, guess what? That's not true. She is profiting from it, and she's doing it in a fraudulent manner. Does that surprise you in the least? You know what? I wonder if this is right. This is crooked here, isn't it? I got to trim this part down right here. I just noticed it. Maybe it is. Yeah, I'll fix that tomorrow morning. Yeah, so guess what? So, videos on TikTok popping up, right? Uvalde, tribute to Uvalde, tribute to the kids, music videos, all that kind of thing, which is beautiful. Well, some of those videos are being taken, physically trimmed, removing some data, and then they're getting reposted as original content by our little friend. Then allowing her to be monetized. So that's not cool. And it's fraudulent, first of all. Thank you so much, guys. This is being requested down here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And subscribe, please. I'm close to 1,000 on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers, I mean. It's only taken me almost a couple years. Slowly, but it's getting there. I appreciate you all. More of this will be done on YouTube exclusively. So check that out. Manny's merch, check that out. And of course, I'll still be on Facebook. Subscribe on Facebook. Anyway, yeah, so she's taking other people's content, uploading it, posting it as her own, which allows her to monetize. Form of plagiarism, it's fraud, it's illegal. And so she is monetizing off of that. And if you noticed, I don't know if you've looked over there, but a whole bunch of videos that she had on Uvalde and speaking out on that, gone, removed, deleted. What happened? Where'd those videos go? How come they're not there anymore? Yeah. Yeah. Karma is a problem for some. And yeah, she up. So, when she modifies the video, when she downloads it, then she uploads it, and it looks like it came from her as her own production, her own content, thus allowing her to monetize. But the Facebook robots, the automatic programs that watch all this, they're robots, so they can't tell. But if somebody were to look at it and go, yeah, and you can tell. I mean, it's obvious, and that's a scam. So once a scammer, always a scammer. Yeah, yeah. So it's unfortunate that that kind of thing keeps happening. You know, you want to believe that nobody is monetizing on that kind of situation. And that was the only reason for her to go and cover it or talk stories on it or do what she did. But did you notice that all of her discussions on it just stopped? It just stopped. Why is that? A la Joe Biden. Why did it stop? Yeah, so she can say what she wants, and her new followers who believe her a lot can say what they want. But we just got to tell it like it is and show who she is. At some point, she's going to want to run. And dangerous. Yes, thank you so much. This is a gift from an angel. I'm not going to say who. They asked me not to. Awesome. And I felt like I was going to wear a cap, but a little warm in here. I don't want to put my cap on. So yeah, that's another scam we can attach to this evening. The other one has to do with, have you guys seen those stories pop up that say, I was looking for a video and I should have prepared earlier for this. I apologize for that. I should have recorded some of these. But videos that say, hey, I just want to thank SBA for the funds that they gave me. Send me a message to my inbox and I'll show you how you can get money into your account. It's your Cash App. Have you guys seen those? It's always the same thing. It's the same script. Oh, I just want to thank SBA for the money. I'm going to use that money to pay my bills, this month and next month. And if you send me a message to my inbox, I'll show you the process so you can do the same. And you can request your money. So I saw that, and it was somebody I had on my friends list, somebody I know and I trust. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What is this? And I got the message back. Yeah, it's legit. I got my money, man. So I thought, he says he's got his money. He made a video saying, I got my money. Send me an inbox and I'll show you how. I still didn't believe it. And then I started seeing other people reading the same script. I just want to thank the SBA for the funds that were deposited today. I'm going to use that money to pay off my car, my bills for this month. And send me an inbox and I'll show you the process so you can get started and get your money today as well. I was like, And so I saw a whole bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's almost a dozen. and they all looked scripted the same. Some of them were my friends, so I know they did it. They said it. But the one thing I noticed between almost all of them was that they were all saying this about the money, but nobody seemed happy about it. They were like, "I want to thank the SBA for the money. I'm going to use that to pay my bills, and send me an inbox, and I'll show you how to do the same." For me, it would have been, man, I just got $8,000. This is legit. This is for real. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I want to pay off. Send me an inbox, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, and you're going to get your money. Watch. Send me an inbox. But it wasn't like that. Everybody was, yeah, thank you, SBA, for the funds you put in my account, and I'm going to pay off my bills this month, and send me an inbox, and I'll show you how to get your money. That it just didn't fit. So the story is, some of these people responded and they said, yeah, okay, I want some money. So what's the catch? Well, first of all, we need you to do a video, which is that video I just told you about, saying you got your money and it's legit. Send me an inbox and I'll show you how to do it. Make a video like that. Okay, so they made a video like that. 2, give us your Facebook login. Like, what? Yeah, they requested the Facebook, your email and your password to get into your Facebook so that they can post the video for you. And some of these people did. They gave a total stranger their password, their email to Facebook, and put them in charge of their own Facebook. So my next question was, why would they do that? But, well, at least you got paid, right? You got your $8,000. No, they had to do this all before getting paid. Yep. So, and that's not it. Here's my buddy. Here's my little buddy.
Hey, man.
Abel Vela, everyone. Welcome, Abel. Thanks for coming by finally. Dude, everybody's been waiting for you for weeks and weeks already.
It's worth the wait. What's up,
How you
everybody?
doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Like you said, it's been weeks and weeks and months now that I've been on, man. But
yeah, it's been a
feels
while.
good.
Glad you could make it.
Thanks, man.
I don't know if you caught any of the few minutes ago, but I was telling about this scam.
I didn't catch the scam thing. I heard you talking about some other stuff. I don't know what.
Yeah, real quick. How's mom doing? People are asking. I talked to you earlier, but how's your mom doing?
Well, it's good, man. That's all I could say. We're keeping everything under control.
Yeah,
That's
keeping an eye on her.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Me and
All
my
right.
sister are taking turns, kind of. So kind of helps both of us.
Good.
Thanks for asking, whoever was asking.
So the scam was, there were videos out there, like in my story.
Oh yeah.
That went like this. Hey, I just want to thank the SBA for the money that they dropped on my account. I'm going to use that money to pay my bills or pay my car for a few months. So send me an inbox and I'll show you the process how you can get your money. And that was it. And I started seeing more and more of those scripted virtually the same way. So one of the conditions to get their money was make a video like that, post it. But then they said, no, we'll post it for you. Give me your Facebook credentials, your password, and everything.
Wow. And
they did. So, right, I was like, okay, well, at least you got paid, right? They're like, no, they they had to do this before getting paid. I was like, okay, this is not going good.
So first make
So
the video, right? So they make you like, hey Manny, go ahead and make the video, and then you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll post it for you. More
yeah,
like
we'll post it on your
more
account,
professional, or so
but
it
we
can
need
look
your
more.
password, your Facebook password, email address, so we can get into your account and we can post it for you. But that's not all. The
What
other
else?
condition is you got to put up some money. What? Yeah. If you want $1,000, yeah, send us 100, and then we'll send you 1,000. Send us
Hmm.
500, and we'll send you 2,500. Send us 700, and we'll give you like $4,000. And I said, don't tell me they actually did this. So some people
Well,
actually sent money,
da-
and so what happens? Now their Facebook is hijacked. The guy who took over the Facebook that they gave the password to, they changed the password.
right.
Now these dudes can't get into their own Facebook anymore.
And good luck getting that other Facebook shut down or anything.
Facebook will not help. Facebook says, well, they didn't do anything wrong. It's like,
Like doesn't
oh
violate
man.
any. There's nothing that violates the community standards or whatever.
Correct. So now these dudes who've got thousands of photographs there from, the last 5 or 10 years virtually lost everything.
Yeah.
Just like that. Just like that. So I don't. Oh, and the other thing is, they say, oh, I want to thank the SBA. And to me, the SBA is, what do you think the SBA
Oh,
is?
the Small Business Administration.
Exactly. And the SBA sent me the money. They sent you the money via Cash App
Oh wow.
or PayPal or Walmart to Walmart.
Wow. No
So
wonder, man. I actually came across one of those stories, and I was like it sounded almost convincing. I was like, I wonder what this is about, because the guy said that that there's only one way to do it, and just inbox me, and I'll show you how. And he
yeah,
was like, for everybody who thinks this isn't real, like look at this, and they busted out like an IRS thing that said $30,000 approved for a new business, and I don't know what. And I was like, all right, dude. When it's too good to be true, it's not true. You know.
yep. If it's
Like,
too good to be true, it probably is.
yeah,
It's
I
a
just started
classic
like
saying.
Googling it. I was like, okay, keywords. They say $30,000 for every small business, so I just go to Google $30,000, business loans, and it's like nothing popped up. So I was like, all right, this shit is all fake.
Yeah, and that's I mean, right away for me, the red flags went up when they said SBA, and Cash App in the same sentence. I was like,
Like, yeah,
something's wrong. Something's wrong. So I guess what's more bothersome for me is that the people would actually fall for this. I mean, some of my friends, they lost a few $100s, man. Like in these times like we are in right now, a few $100 it's a hit.
well, that's the thing. People are, scammers are preying on it because they know people are a little bit tighter, so they know that people are willing to do, like they're thinking irrationally, like,
Yep.
oh, 100, I just got to give you $100 and that's it. You'll give me 100. Yeah, for sure. Don't worry. Like I did it
Yep.
myself and it works. Trust me. Just trust me. And of course, you're going to trust any stranger on Facebook because they already hijacked your friend's account. It's like if I get a message from you telling me like, hey dude, did you check out that new loan? And it's not you no more. It's a hijacked account. So I'm like, oh man, cool. What do I do or what? Oh, you're a good
Yeah.
candidate, whatever. And I trust you, so I think it's
Yeah.
you. It's not even you no more.
Right. And that's what happened here. So now that these people are in the account, they control the account. They start sending messages to everybody on the friends list.
Yeah.
And because they think it's that person, they kind of trust them, right?
Yep.
Like if you were to send me something, oh, Manny, if you put in $100, you're going to get 1,000 in 2 hours. I promise you.
Like I'll send you a free taco
I would
Tuesday
be,
or something.
yeah, I'd be skeptical, but I would trust you because I trust you. So that's what happened with these people. They trusted this guy. Well, the message is coming from him anyway.
Right.
So what happened to him? He realized it. Then he couldn't get into his account to take over,
Dang.
change the password. So he had made another new Facebook profile, right?
Yep.
He populated some pictures and photos, put a new profile pic with a scam page, copied whatever his new profile picture is, and put it
Whoa.
on the page that's taken over. So now people see
They
the
don't know
same
who's who.
picture.
The scammer saying they hijacked his other account, or there's somebody trying to impersonate him. Wow.
And right, Fausto, they'll keep on sending messages and they'll keep on communicating with you, until you say, hey, fuck off or whatever, or I'm going to report you to Facebook or whatever. But the bad thing is that Facebook won't let them recover their account.
Yeah. Good luck.
That's a problem because they changed the password, they changed the email address in there,
Yep.
and
They'll change it
if you don't know the email address, you can't verify your account, right? And
That's
what do you
why it's
do?
really important to have the two-factor authorization on your accounts. So everybody who doesn't have it, like do it today. Two, they
But
call it
even but
two
even
FA.
even even with that, in this case, they gave them the credentials. Here's my email. Here's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
password.
yeah. But there's a one that goes to you, like you'll get a text message on your phone, and it says like, "Is someone just logged in? Was this you?" Like, and then you have to either press no, and it'll just automatically log the other people off or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm sure these guys were able to log in and then just be sure to authenticate me. I'm going to log in right now. Okay, let me
Yeah,
log
like
you in.
press yes, give me
Right,
access. Yeah,
and they do, and as soon as they're in there, change your password,
yeah, bro.
and then just like that, it's over.
There's a lot of
Some of these guys lost a couple $100. Another one lost $700. Another one lost $850.
Wow. Also, it was a big game, bro. It wasn't just
Oh yeah, and they're doing this across the country, and oh man, I hate, and I know these desperate times can call for you, so for some people to be desperate. I don't think they were desperate, but I
they
don't
just saw
know
an opportunity.
the opportunity to, hey, I can make some easy money here, 4 grand or 8 grand or whatever it is. But I don't, if it's too good to be true thing is stuck in my head, and Small Business Administration. This is a government agency. They don't pay with Cash App or Walmart to Walmart. That's a hit
I'm,
and a half right there.
well, they know, dude. It's like now I'm actually seeing the comments on the site now. I didn't know where to see them. So now I saw that somebody says like I ignore them all, and yeah, but they how can I say it? They send these messages to as many people as they can, and they know 1 out of 1,000 is going to respond. And
Right. Yeah, it's a numbers game. So
yeah,
if they send out 1,000 messages, and if they get 10% back, 10 people or 100, I
yeah.
mean that's some good numbers.
I mean, because they prey on people, bro. Like it's like remember the old one that you would go into like a website by mistake, instead of spelling Google with two O's, you would spell it with one O or whatever.
Right,
And then
right.
something would pop up and said, "Hey, you have a virus. Call this number now so we can unlock your computer."
Yeah,
And you panic, you call, and then they tell you it's going to be this much right now, and we'll do it for you. Like it's $30, and then they'll charge you 300, 3,000. They'll
right.
empty your bank account, and like they just
Was
prey on people who are vulnerable, who wouldn't know.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
other phishing email out right now, a lot of people are getting it, is from Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Say, hey, your order was just placed, $399. It'll be shipping in a few days. And you go, what? If
Yeah.
this was not you, click here, to take a look at your account.
Like yeah.
And you go there, but it's not a real Amazon account. It looks like Amazon, but if you hover your mouse over the link, it'll show you the fake address that it is. So when they say, oh yeah, you didn't place the order, okay, well then we have to put the money back in your account. Let's do that. All right, what's your credit card number?
Yeah.
And then they got your credit card number, and then they got everything right there. And you really got to watch out for these things. There used to be a one with the banks, like bankofamerica.com. But the O and of Bank of, they would use a zero instead of an O.
Wow.
So you would log into this fake Bank of America website. You would have you would log in, and they would have your login information, and then they would go into your Bank of America account, log in, and send
Yeah,
money around.
I had seen one where they would show you, like like you said, on a fake website. It'd be like, okay, can you see? They'll log into your computer and log into like that fake website and show you,
Yeah,
okay, Mr. Manny, as you can see right now, what I'm doing is moving over $5,000 to your bank account. And it's not even the real bank, the real website. But you're seeing it, and you're like, oh wow, that's cool, amazing. What we're gonna
right.
do now is send you a code to your phone. Make sure you read that code to me once you get it, just to authorize this. And then bam, you're out of all your money.
Yep, just like that, it's gone. Times like this. Oh, and on that same post I was talking about, a guy came up. It was a weird name, and I looked Nigeria, and his message in the comments to me was, "Manny, if you need help, send me a message." And I looked. That's when I looked at his profile, and he's from Nigeria. I was like, "Yeah, no." So I banned him and deleted the comment.
That was probably the prince of Nigeria.
Right, my long lost cousin or something.
Yeah.
You know what? When you guys get friend requests, especially the guys, you men out there,
Oh,
you get friend requests from these chicks in bikinis or showing a lot of bosom, and there's only like two photos in their whole profile. Those are not real.
and then they're putting
Neither is the
those,
photo, but
those messages of, wow, you are so handsome, like, and then people start falling for it, like, oh, I actually dig this girl.
sad but
Oh my
true.
god,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is sad. But
It's
you
an
look at somebody's profiles. I mean, you get people from Nigeria, and I don't mean to single out Nigeria, but Nigeria is where a lot of these scammers are based. And they'll send you messages trying to be friends with you. It's like, why does somebody in Nigeria want to like my page? So I
yeah,
delete it. I don't even allow it.
yeah.
You got to be careful with who you don't just accept. It's not cool to have 5,000 friends if you don't know who they are, or if they're scammers, or what are they going to do to your account, or what they're going to try to do to your page.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about how many friends you have.
Like approving everybody, approve, approve, approve.
Yeah, I
And
know. Do they just approve everything? They see a hot chick from
yeah,
Paris,
exactly.
approve, and
From
and,
Paris, yeah.
and I'm like, dude, that's a fake account. Well, how do you know? It's like, dude, there's three pictures in the whole
Right.
account.
And then you scroll all the way to their, like, some of them are dumb enough to leave their original one, and it's like a dude.
Yeah,
Like the first profile picture, some guy, a whole different guy, and crazy.
you have to be real careful. I was telling everybody, when you do it, you got to redo your password. 10 to 12 characters, capital letters, numbers, characters, mix it all up.
Yep.
Make it a phrase.
They
Make
actually
it a
sell
phrase.
they sell something, dude, that's kind of like a USB, and it's for Windows and for like Facebook. It's for what's another key. You know how that gives you the option to log in using, it says other ways to log in,
Yeah,
and there's some kind of key, and it saves everything in there. You can put it on your keychain. There's one that I don't even remember. Oh, one of them's like a USB you just keep under your desk or whatever.
yeah,
And in case that ever happened, and I considered it because I was like, man, Facebook is, to me, is not a place where it's not just for a family thing. It's like where I plan on running a business in the future or whatever.
yeah.
And for somebody to hijack it, it would just totally suck. If now they've done fake pages already, but
Right.
not
I
hijacked.
mean,
So
I mean,
imagine.
some people like I have felt what it feels like when you get your page when you go to Facebook jail and you can't access your pages.
Yeah,
Imagine when somebody hijacks your page
your whole profile.
and all your stuff is there, or contacts you've made, or it's a and then you can't reuse that name. Now you got to think of a variant for your name or whatever.
Oh yeah, like the at whatever it's called, the screen
Yep.
name. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. The what do they call that?
Username or not? No, I don't even know what it is. You know,
I can't think
the
of it right
at.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone, please reconsider your password. kind of plan it for a couple days, and on Saturday or Sunday, spend a few hours and change your password.
Or even better, just don't give it to someone who is telling you they're going to send you $1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't give it to anybody who says they'll give you
period.
2,000 if you give them 500.
Yeah, that's like giving away your social security number to somebody. It's almost as important because you'll lose part of your personality. And then Facebook makes it so hard for you to make another account because they're like, well, there's already an account, with this. Like they'll think you're impersonating the other account.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and right now people are going to try to. Well, I mean, they've always tried to take advantage, but
Oh
people
yeah.
are still going to continue to take advantage. And never give anybody your social security number.
They
Never
pre-
at all.
they prey on emotions, bro. Like you said, they show the hot chick, so the guys are like, whoa. And I mean, you got to think with this, like not just
Yeah,
fall in
think with
love.
this head. Think with
Yeah,
this head, not the other one.
and then they prey on the elderly with the other things like, oh, will help us, so, adopt this dog or whatever. And then there's one bro that some lady messaged me like 2 or 3 times already, saying like, hey, do you think you can help me? Like, uh, about to get kicked out of the hotel. I got my 2 kids, and CPS is after me, and I need to buy Pampers. Can you help me with $20? And I was like, dude, I don't even know. Sometimes people ask me for money that I know, bro, just randomly. So I'm thinking it's probably just one of those. And but no, I just ignored her because I don't even know who she is. And then again, like 3 weeks later, again, the
Mhm.
same exact message, copy and
Mm.
paste. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you've been hijacked. You're blocked now.
Yeah. Back, remember America Online? I don't know if you remember America Online. That was
Oh
one
yeah,
of the first.
AOL, right?
Yeah,
AOL.
one of the internet companies out there. So back then, I came across this lady who got scammed. She met a service member. I think he was in the Marines, somewhere in the Middle East. They met online on AOL, and he was telling her, yeah, the combat and blah blah blah, life story, and he's a single guy. All of a sudden, he's asking for money. Well, we only get this much every 2 weeks in my check, and I need this and this to take care of at home. So she starts sending him money.
Hmm.
6 months later, I think the total was like 30 grand, 35 grand.
Holy shit.
And yeah, when I get my pension, I'm set to retire, pretty soon, and nothing. What happens? He vanished, lost contact. She never heard from him again.
Wow.
And this person was telling me this story. She goes, that was part of my retirement money. It was
Damn.
a big hit. I was like, damn. Well, then guess what? Is there any way you can help me because I'm so broke right now? I was like,
Oh crap. Oh damn, dude. She took it out.
damn, yeah. I was like, oh my god, what a bull crap story,
That's worse than MLM.
right? Scammed by
Wow.
not scammed.
The scammer portraying he was scamming you.
Yeah, yeah. And as soon as I heard, I was like, delete that profile. And it was a chat room. AOL had a bunch of chat rooms back then.
I remember that.
So, oh my goodness, it was.
That's crazy
You,
though, bro.
you have to have your guard up all the time.
Well, remember back in the barrel days, back in the oak barrels.
Oh yeah,
So one time I had a message from someone in Africa, dude, because I had it on what was it called? Alibaba or something.
oh yeah, yeah.
Alibaba.com. Trying to hit a good sell one day, or it never happened. But this guy from Africa, apparently a large corporation, but they wanted me to fly out there and to buy I don't know
Dang.
how many barrels, and but I had to send them some money to buy the tickets or whatever for
Yeah,
accommodations.
right. I know. And the other scam going on right now is in the jobs sector. People searching for jobs. I mean, you got these
Oh
jobs
man.
that are too good to be true. Work from home. You'll make 2,000 a week, and we'll send you the computers. So you apply or you call this number. Send me a text message, and we'll do an interview. So you send a text message. I know because I fell for one of them. He texts back asking me all these questions. Where did you work before? Where did you
Was
work
it on?
before that?
Did he text you through like Google or something, or was it your phone?
It, no, it
Yeah, I
came to
had.
my personal email address.
Uh huh.
Oh, I saw your profile on Indeed. You might be interested in this job. And okay, and I answered, "What was your previous job? All right, from when to when? Yeah, what kind of work did you? Customer service? Yeah, all right." And then, okay, well, it looks like you're a good fit. Uh, who do you bank with? I was like, what? What? Like, who do you bank with? I'm like, why do you need to know that? He goes, well, for the direct deposit, and I knew right then and there it was junk. It was nothing.
Damn.
And I sent a message that don't bother me anymore, and I didn't hear from back from them. But they will try to get your social security number. What is your mailing address so we can send you the forms?
I'm telling
And
you, they play with people's. They trick. These are master manipulators, bro. They prey on the people who are vulnerable, through their emotion, because they already know, like, oh, they're feeling a little sad. Let me use some happiness and make them feel special, or they need some money, so let me sell them the dream that they're about to make a lot of money. And
yep,
I've helped a lot of people just like you get out of what you're currently going through. And one day you're going to be living just like this and put up a picture and all this crap. One of them messaged me, kind of like that job thing, and
mm,
the whole web page was like of a corporation, but it wasn't that it was a whole fake website. They did an interview through Google Chat, which is so weird, right? A Google Chat. And then the thing was like, okay, no, you seem like you're pretty good. It was like a high position.
yeah,
And they're like, well, you need to have an Apple laptop and this and that, but don't worry about it. We can supply that. We just need the money for the shipping. And I was like, all right, no. I started playing the whole thing. Actually, I can use my wife's Apple laptop. And then, yeah, they stopped responding. I told them I have everything I need. Don't worry about it. And they just stopped responding. I did a little bit more
mm,
research, and that's when I found out. Like, instead of using .com, they were using like .net on their website or
yeah,
something like that. But they used the same name of the president of the company, the same profile picture of the president of the company.
yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah, when you guys get these emails that say like, "Oh, Amazon, we just charge your order is ready. Your order is going to ship. The 3.99 was just charged to your account,"
Yeah,
and then you go, "Whoa, 3.99? What?" And research it, but don't do it through that email that you get. Go to your Amazon account from your phone or your computer or your bank and check your account. Don't click on the links that they give you because that's
right.
going into their own system of collecting data.
Yeah, because they'll make you like download. There's some places, man, that they're so sneaky. You'll go into some website to like download a song, for example, and you click on it, and then all of a sudden a whole other page opens and something is downloading that isn't the song, and you got to hit cancel, turn off your computer, do something, because some of these things, they're not necessarily viruses, but they're
Yeah,
like remote desktop.
right,
How they'll
right.
end up logging in through your desktop and
Yeah,
um, seeing everything you're doing,
yeah,
on your bank or passwords, whatever you have saved there.
yeah. Never give your password. I don't care who it is. Don't give your password to anybody. The banks are not going to ask you for your password. The IRS is not going to ask you for your password. The Small Business Administration, they're not going to ask you for your password. You shouldn't have to give your Facebook credentials to anybody at all. Apple, I liked Apple's security system. On the iPhones, they have a feature now where if you need to put your email address in, you can put in an email address that's not, it's like a fake one. Apple does it for you. And they mask your real email
Oh
address
wow.
and they put a fake one to that whatever list you're going to sign up for. So that whenever you want to unsubscribe, you just unsubscribe, but they never see your true email address. So iPhone is very good when it comes to security. They have very high security standards, And if you do a lot of important work or you have important data on your phone, I would consider using iPhone. They don't play. Even in criminal cases, they got to get subpoenas to get Apple to open up to unlock a phone that was used in a crime or something, and even then they don't want to do it.
Wow.
So they have very strong standards on security,
Secure.
and um, that's another reason I use iPhone. I feel safe. Now, if you hand somebody your password, well, then that's a whole other story.
If you make a video for somebody and then send them $1,000 after you make the video, then you're
Right?
probably about to get scammed.
Yeah. And if you're gonna get scammed, I mean, I know you have a good heart. A lot of you have a good heart, and you want to help people or things like that. But that's not who they're seeking. I mean, they're seeking those out too, but they're trying to manipulate you by saying, "Oh yeah, it's $400. Your order was placed. You'll see it in a few days." And you're supposed to go, "Wait, what? I didn't order anything for $400. Let me click on the link." And if you click on their link, you're dead. It's going to
Gone.
ask you, "Oh, put in your account number. What's your account number? What's your password?" No, that's not working. What's your last word of your social?
I mean, and honestly, we can all fall for little things by started. Like there was one time when I was building a chat bot on Facebook. Like it was a long time ago. So I was barely building my profile. I only had like 40 friends and very nothing on there basically. And I got a freelancer to help me out with building a chat bot. So the thing about it is like they give you trust, so you can feel like, oh, I trust this guy. Like he helped me out, and then it's like the next thing is like, man, I'm trying to do it, but I need to log in through your Facebook so I can complete it. And then boom, hijacked. Luckily, like I told you, there was nothing in there. There was literally nothing except for my advertising account. So sometimes they'll want to take that, but I just had to, call change my debit card numbers and all that because
Yeah.
I knew that's what they were going to chase.
Another good practice you guys should do every year: change your debit card. Go to your bank and go, "Hey, can I get a new debit card, new number, and everything?" You should do that every year. That's also going to put a halt on those subscriptions you have that you may not remember you had. Oh, damn, did
Oh
I
yeah.
sign up for that 8 months ago? Shit, I forgot to cancel it. So that'll put a stop to that as well. So change your debit card. Get an RFID wallet that blocks
Oh yeah.
RFID so that somebody with a scanner can't come and get near your purse or your wallet and just extract all the data from it. That's
The
real
old
good.
the old credit card scams, when all you got to do is pass by somewhere and they got all your info. Happened to me in Houston once, dude. I had gone over there. I was probably like 2021. Had just started working out there, and man, I got like $80. I can survive off of this, eat for the week or whatever until I get the first paycheck. And then I go to a gas station, and then right after the gas station, my bank account was zeroed out. And I was like,
Ah,
damn. And then there was a lot of people there in the port of Houston who had their whole account, like they just got paid, big money in the port, and they got
emptied
their
out.
account emptied, bro. So I was like, okay, at least it was just for
Damn.
$80.
I had a friend who uses Redbox. Do you guys still rent
Oh, back
movies
then,
from Redbox?
I haven't touched one in a long time.
Yeah, it's been years. Well, there was a police officer who used Redbox one day, and a few hours later, she got a call from her bank saying, "Did you just purchase something for $800?"
Whoa.
She's like, "No, all I did today was to go to Redbox." Somebody, it was either a fake card reader.
Yeah.
They put a card reader on top of their card reader, so when you scan, it's collecting in two places, or somebody hacked the Redbox and
Shit.
was able to get data from it. So ever since I heard that, I have not used Redbox ever since. And then luckily, from then on, streaming became more of a big thing, and
Right.
now you don't have to physically
Redbox.
put your card in Redbox or Blockbuster. Even Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster? They used to have boxes like that.
Man, I wish Blockbuster was back. That would be. I would go there over Redbox for sure, just for fun, bro.
Man,
The
Blockbuster
real
was
Blockbuster.
fun. Yeah, it was fun to go to a Blockbuster. I remember that. It's like
Yeah.
it smelled like candy in there, like popcorn and dirty
Yep.
carpet. And, it smelled like that in there. It smelled like that in there.
That's a dirty carpet.
Ah,
Well,
those are the good
yeah,
old days. Remember, you used to go on a Friday, grab two or three or four movies. So you can watch them the whole weekend, and
all the snacks too. So it was all one stop. Yep.
yeah, those were the days. And then before that, remember the Columbia
Like
CD Club?
ordering CDs
Yeah, where you could order your first 12 CDs for one
for one
penny,
cent. Yeah.
or CDs, or even cassettes, whatever it was back then. And you would order all your favorites. Oh, I want that CD. I want that CD. And you would only pay a penny, and they would send it to you, and then they would send you a bill. And of course, nobody paid it,
Yeah.
which was,
Yeah.
I don't know how much money they lost on that mess. But to think that somebody would actually pay for that later.
Another one of the weirder scams, dude, that I can't believe people fall for are those IRS scams.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some videos on, whether it's like obviously somebody from overseas talking, and because I mean, there's so much data out there, bro, that so many people have our phone number. Yeah, and they'll just call one by one and be like, "Yeah, Mr. Manny, you owe us, I don't know, $5,000, but you could resolve this right now if you go to Target and buy a gift card." And I'm
Yes,
like, "What the
yes.
hell?"
And for the record, the IRS will never call you on the phone to make you pay a bill.
And ask for a Target gift card.
Ask you for a gift card. They won't even ask you for your debit card to pay on the phone. They do
and,
everything by mail.
and then they put that fear in people because they're like, if you do not pay this right now, there will be an officer coming and arrest you. And then some people will
Oh,
be scared to death, bro. Like, they're gonna come
I
arrest me right now. Like,
yes,
damn,
I know. I got a call like that. There was a guy from India, the country India,
Yeah.
and yes, this is Sergeant Cooper. Sergeant Cooper, you must make the payment now, and my officer will be at the front door. And I was like, what? And he wanted a payment, or he was gonna authorize the sheriff to come pick me up or come to my house. He's outside your door. He's parked outside down the street in the car. And I was like, and I was laughing. I was like, yeah, right. I don't even know the IRS any money.
I was seeing
He,
that Jack Vale guy. He took a prank. Well, he pranked the scammer, and that's what they were telling him. Like, you need to drive over there right now. And are you sure I'm not gonna get arrested? No, don't worry. I already called. And they actually said, this, he's all like, "Oh, hold on. There's a line ringing," and there was a police station supposedly calling him on the phone.
mm,
And he,
oh no,
sir, by now there should be somebody calling you, and you need to pay. If you don't pay, I'm gonna go and arrest you. And then he flipped back to the other line. He said, "No, they said they're about to come and arrest me." And he said, "No, don't worry. I already talked to the sergeant. As long as you go and pay the money, the arrest warrant is off. But you have to go right now within the next whatever."
yeah,
And it's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy that
that's hilarious.
it's a business, bro. These people are making bank off of this, man.
The
You know,
other one happening locally was BISD,
PUB.
PUB. There were people calling, oh, you owe $100 on your bill, so or $200. They're going to come and disconnect you, at 5 o'clock. Well, how do I pay? Well, you have to go get a Walmart gift card
Shit.
or something like that. And people did it. People did it.
That's another one. Okay, so I guess I've been scammed 3 times total. That's another one that
Yeah.
but it was a whole different one, bro. Way before some guy. It's a little different when there's somebody in. I was working at Big Lots. I was managing the
Mm,
furniture department there, and some guy went and he was interested in buying something. He first acted iffy, like, "Well, I don't know, man. Like, I want to run my credit, but with everything going on right now, I'm kind of feel uncomfortable giving you my social security." And then it was like, "You know what? It's okay, man. I feel like I could trust you, man. All right, run my credit." And then he failed. He was like, "What? How could
no.
I fail? Like, I have perfect
Yeah.
credit." And then he pretended he took a call or something, and then he came back. He's like, "Yeah, man. If you ever need anything, my my sister-in-law works at PUB in the main office, and we're able to get like discounted rates or something like that.
Oh,
Um, like, all you gotta do is pay like a third of what you owe. So if it's like 300, you just pay 100." And I was like, "Bro, like, come on, man, that's a scam. Like, there's no way." He's like, "No,
right.
no, bro. Like, trust me, bro. If I do it right now for you, would you pay the 100?" And I was like, "Well, you have to prove it to me." And he was like, okay, hold on, let me make a phone call, you know. And he's like, what's your account number on whatever? So then I'm like, all right, let's see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
So then he comes back and he's like, here, call PUB and check how much you owe on your account. So I call PUB and they're like, your balance is $0. So I'm like, wow, bro, like I don't know no money. You know, I don't know. I went from like a $300 balance to zero.
To
I was,
zero.
yeah, I was like, dude, I can't believe it, man. That's awesome. I really needed the help right now. And he was like, all right, you know, just $100. That's it, bro. And I was like, all right, here's $100. And then my manager also was like, hey, what's that? And this and that. And then she
Yeah.
did it too, bro, for her dad.
Ugh.
And then later on, it all came back as the guy was just doing like calling it in and using like fake checks. So the system would zero it out momentarily, but
Mm.
then 3 days later, it would come back as insufficient
Oh,
funds.
I see. Yes, yes, yes.
So
Dang.
he made a rake with money, and then we were stuck paying the bill plus $75 whatever plus reconnection or whatever they wanted to charge.
Oh my goodness.
You know, but that was so well orchestrated that you would think there's no way this could be a scam. Heard it with my own ears. I dialed PUB from my phone
Right.
and they said $0. You know, so
Dude.
let's just stay away from things that might sound easy at the moment because it might
Yeah.
be harder in the future. You know,
Yeah. And then the other scam that there is out there are from people online. People who misrepresent themselves and play the victim, and they pull on your heartstrings to send money to support them and their cause, uh, when there isn't really a cause. And we kind of know who we're talking about. Most of us know who I'm talking about already. That kind of person. Um, they don't always hit you up for cash, but when the time is right, that message will be put out there, and with the guise of it's for my campaign. I need support. I don't have enough funding or whatever, and you send money thinking you're helping. This person in their campaign or whatever. It's a scam. There's no chance in hell that they're going to win, that they're going to compete,
wait, I
and
saw one like that for Beto.
Ali said, "What about pet contest where you submit pictures of your pet for a chance to win 5K and you can buy votes?" Oh, that's a scam too. The other one that used to be around a while ago was um, it was a poetry book, and I think it was a poetry book, and you can submit your poem, and we'll submit it into our book, and you had to pay a fee like $125 or something. But the problem is, one, there was no book. There was a book that nobody purchased or anything, and it never went anywhere. But people just send money. I mean, you'll be amazed how people.
Well,
And then these are not wealthy people. These are people who just want to help. They got good hearts, and they send money for things.
you know, and then there's the other ones that are the like, hey, you could be a good actor. You know, I've seen a few of your videos. You'd be a great actor. Like, we have this agency who's currently scouting for Disney or whatever, you know, and then we just charge this much a month. In reality, they are a real agency, but
Yeah,
they're just taking a shitload of people's money, and I mean, they're legitimately doing it, but
yeah.
it's it's crazy.
There's a lot of stuff you got to look out there for. You got to be aware. Don't fall for this SBA. You know, send $200 and we'll send you 2,200. It's a scam. You're not
There's
going to
that
get
other
anything.
one. Remember the one where they send you money? Like, hey, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna send $500 over to your account. From those $500, what you got to do, you're gonna keep 100 for yourself, and the
Oh
other
yeah,
400 you send them to
yeah,
me to cover I don't know what, and you can start the job.
yeah,
So it's the same thing, you know. At the end, you end up having to pay your bank a bunch of fees because that money never even existed. It was just like a whole fake thing.
Yeah, I got one of those letters from Allstate Insurance, and the letter was a check for $2,500, and a letter Allstate. Yeah, just deposit this into your bank account. Send us $1,500 back. Do this with the rest, and do that with the rest. You keep the rest. And I was
Yeah,
like, and it was a check. And I'm looking at the thing, it's a check. But something didn't sound right. And back then, this was years ago. I didn't understand how it worked. But basically, if you don't have $2,500 in your account, you deposit this, and just for a minute, a day or two, you've got $2,500 or or a chunk of it. Because they give you part of it, and then they hold the rest until the
oh
deposit
yeah,
clears. So they'll say, yeah, send us back the 500, and you keep the other 2,000. So you go into your account, send the $500 to so and so. 2 days later, the check bounces, and the bank says, no, you got it now. You're negative $22,000
yeah.
or whatever, and that's how they get you on that thing. So when you get a check for $2,000, if you have not been in an accident from Allstate or some other company that says, yeah, deposit this, but then send us money back, scam. And I tried to. This was from Rhode Island, so I called the DA in Rhode Island, and they were like, "Yeah, no, just throw it away. Just don't worry about it." All right, which sucks. It's a shitty attitude to have, I think. But
Yeah, so be aware of those, bro, because they're like I told you, the one I fell for, the whole PUB one, it's so unconvincingly not a scam, or how can I say it? Maybe I said it wrong, but you can't convince me at that moment that it's a scam because it's so real, and then it's a
yeah,
scam 3 days later.
yeah, yeah. Fausto's got one. We saw this a lot at in the airline industry when I was in the airline business, and he still sees this. But people would pay money to buy a dog. Little puppies, the rare breeds are expensive, right? $800, $3,000, $4,000, and they send it to a breeder, the money, and yep, we'll send your dog. He's going to be on this flight on United. Go to the airport. The flight comes in at 4 o'clock. Flight number da da da, and he'll be there. So you ship the money. 3 days later, the dog's there. You go to pick up your dog, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm here to pick the dog." We're like, "What dog? Did you get a
Damn!
shipment of a dog in your freight today in your airline?" Like, no, we didn't. And I seen it. So I seen it happen 3 times. They
Wow!
spent 2,500, $4,000. Another one was like 850. No dog. They can't get a hold of the breeder. The number is disconnected.
Wow!
Just lost money instantly like that.
Disappeared overnight. The whole breeder company or whatever.
Yeah. If you're
Wow!
gonna buy a dog out of state, even if it's in state, if it's far away, be sure it's a legit breeder. Look them up. Look them up on the Better Business Bureau. Look up
Do
their
some research.
references. Do some research because I mean, for some people, $4,000, $2,000 is a lot of money. For some, it's not, but I think anybody would miss $4,000 or $2,000 even.
But again, they're preying on emotions. They know, oh, they make you fall in love with a puppy, and then it's like, oh, I really want him. Whatever, I'll pay. You know what? I'll pay to get him over here on that plane. Or,
Yep.
like you don't think you're gonna get scammed, but it goes back
Yeah.
to
So
like what was it? The Trojan War. Where they took the horse inside. You remember that back
the way.
story where Troy take the warriors. They take this big horse.
Oh, the Trojan horse
Yeah, the
story.
Trojan horse into the village, and then when everybody's asleep, they all come out. It's the same thing. They're giving you something, and then you're like, "Wow, they gave me this," which is the emotion, or I'll give you 500. You just got to send me 100 back, or whatever. And you feel like, "Hey, man, cool. He gave me something. Obviously, he's a good person."
Yeah.
But then, when you least expect it, all the warriors are coming out and slaughter your
Right.
tribe or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
called the give first and take later method. It's not just a
Mm,
scamming thing; it's like a sales tactic also.
yeah. And and there's a lot of there was a company called Amway,
I heard of that.
and Amway people thought Amway was a scam, and it wasn't really. I guess you can call it a scam. From Amway, other companies were born. Another one was Quickstar. Another one was some people say Avon is a form of a pyramid scheme. Um, Although it really isn't. I mean, it is. I guess it is, but you sell stuff and you earn money,
Right.
and then if you get people to sign up, those people are underneath you. You get a cut of what they make, but you have to help them make sales, and they have to make sales. So I mean, you have to work to make sales.
It's not
So
just getting money off getting people to pay up to start.
yeah, and they don't have to pay this big giant fee just to get started. Um, like with Amway, you had to pay a fee. I don't know, $200 or $300, and you had to buy some merchandise, and there was another company. I forget what they're called right now, but their big thing was, yeah, get other people signed up, get other people signed up, and when they would pay their fee to get signed up, that's where you would get a commission on that also.
And then somebody above you is already getting another cut off of it or whatever.
Yep. And the more people you signed up, and it's a numbers game. So you would get some people who'd be, yeah, I'm gonna sell. But then you get some people who sign up and then never do anything with it. They just spent $200 and they don't do anything. So it's a pyramid scheme. It's a classic pyramid scheme. But if people sell, I mean, people sell to make money and they do it. So,
You
but I
don't
wouldn't
just
call
get
it a
paid off.
scam though.
No, because you don't just get paid off of hiring people. Like the Ponzi schemes, that's the ones
Yep.
where it was just be like, all you got to do is pay, $30 to get started, and then you got to go find five people, and you pay them, and they got to pay the money, and then they got to find five people, and they're not even
Yeah.
selling a product; they're just taking people's money, basically, or whatever.
So a Ponzi scheme, like what? What's his name? The guy that got busted for stealing billions of dollars.
I don't
Bernie.
remember.
Oh, dude, I can't remember his name. His name was a household name. So a Ponzi scheme is I'm going to collect $1,000 from 10 people. So 10 of you right here, I'm going to collect $1,000. Right now, I got 10 grand. It'll grow. In a couple years, you can't touch it for now, but it'll grow. Now, somebody gets nervous and says, "Nah, I think I want my money back," or how are we doing on this? Oh yeah, you're going to get a check soon. So from that 10 grand, you give them $1,000. Oh yeah, you know what? This or $500. You're starting to pay off, or you give them 200 a month. But in order to do that, you got to get another 10 people with $1,000 each to keep adding to this money. So you're paying people from this money you keep borrowing or scamming
Yeah,
from, and that's how you're giving people money. So you
but
got to
yeah,
keep getting money and keep collecting money from other people and
to
5
pay
and
all the
10
other people that
to
robbed
pay
Peter
other
to pay
people.
Paul.
Yeah, and you're taking the majority of the money for yourself, but you're paying out dividends, $100 a month here, $50 a month there. Hey, it's paying off something. And in a couple of years, you can just cash out and take your money back. But you don't plan to be there in a couple of years. You plan to take as much cash as you want and then disappear.
Move out of the country.
Bernie Madoff, thank you, Ali. Bernie Madoff stole billions of dollars.
Damn.
I mean, the greed was unbelievable. He kept this thing going. There was some point where he could have stopped.
Was that
Somebody would have lost money. Some people would have lost money,
was that
but
that
it would.
young guy or no? Because there was one that I was
Oh no,
watching. There
there's
was
a
an
lot
old.
of guys. A lot of people
Yeah.
have since done it, but he stole the most money. People died. People committed suicide. His son committed suicide
Wow.
from the shame of all this.
Shit. It's like people were
People
losing their houses and shit like that, right? Like,
people lost their life savings, their homes. People who were living retired are going to retire, live in luxury for the last 20 years of their life. Now had to live in an apartment, paying $500 or $600 a month. Now they have to go get a part-time job or a job because they were. There's I think the documentary is still on Netflix. He
man.
ruined a lot of people's lives, but he got greedy. He kept collecting money. People, oh yeah, I'll give you, 5 million for that. I'll put 5 million in toward that, and he's
That's illegal now. Now it's like multi-level marketing is different because there has to be a product involved. If there's no product or service
yeah,
involved, then it's a Ponzi scheme which is illegal.
yeah,
Um, so that's the difference. There was obviously no service, no product. It was just invest money, and we're gonna work your money and pay, like you say, pay dividends for so long. You'll be
Yeah,
filthy rich.
yeah, and you start paying dividends a couple of $100 a month or whatever, depending on how much they paid in. That people, hey, well, I'm getting money back. I guess this is a real deal.
Like it's
And
working.
sure, let me give you another $1 million. And so you're taking in this much, but then you're paying out this much. People think they're making money, they're getting a dividend back.
Yeah.
But then a year later or 2 years later, when you want to take your money out, guess what? It's all
like
gone.
like for example, if there's 3 million in the pot that everybody's put in there, 1 million of it really doesn't exist anymore. The other 2 million might be there
Yep.
to pay everybody and keep
Yep.
everybody happy, but that other million is already in their
Yeah.
bank account or spent.
And if you played it really well, you can collect more millions, settle with a bunch of people and say, look, I'm going to close your account. Here's your $1 million plus an extra 200 grand, and get rid of them and start trying to make good on what you did, even though what you did is a scam.
Right.
And he could have done that. He had so many billions of dollars. Somebody would have been left unfortunate, would have lost some money, but for the majority, people would have got their money, would have been paid.
And that's funny, bro. So I go back to the way people act humble to get what they want, and then they take. I was reading this about, I can't remember the name of this scam artist, but he scammed Al Capone. Imagine that. Al Capone, the
Oh, I remember
mobster.
something like that. Yeah, yeah,
So this guy comes up dressed super, impressive to talk to Al Capone, and tells him that he's a count. I don't know who from I don't know where,
hmm
and that all he does is make money. And he wanted he wanted Al Capone to invest. I think it was only back then like $5,000. No, it was 50,000. So $50,000 in 1 month. I'll come back and double it. And I'll come back with 100,000.
yeah.
Al Capone knows no one's gonna mess with him. You screw me over,
You're
you know what's
dead.
gonna happen to me. You know. So Al Capone feels confident. He's like, well, he looks sharp. He looks confident. All right, let's do it. He gives this guy 50,000. I mean, yeah, 50,000. This guy leaves, and the story goes he just leaves the 50,000 in the locker, bro. He never even touches it. He comes back the next month on his due date with the $50,000 and says, Mr. Capone, I'm sorry it didn't work the way I thought it would, but you know what? I got every one of your pennies back. I humbly ask you I apologize.
Yeah.
Here's your money back. Every penny is there. So Al Capone is like, wow, man, all this time that I've been around, and I've never seen somebody as honest as you. You know what? You know what? Here's $5,000. Take him, man. Like, don't worry about it. So all along he was chasing the 5,000, but through building trust is how he got the. He knew he was gonna get
yeah.
killed if he just stole from him. You know, and it's a real story. The guy is one of the biggest con artists. That's what it's called. Not scam. It was a con artist.
Con artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole. It's a sales tactic too. You can say, oh, how much is this system? Oh, you don't want this. This is $5,000 system. You got all these bells and whistles, and when you're really trying to sell him this thing that costs $349, but you're talking all these big numbers, and it's easy to sell somebody on the low price thing. Or when you want to borrow money, you start talking big money. Oh yeah, I need three grand and this and that. Well, how much do you need? Well, $200. Oh, okay, it's no big deal because they start um, feeling shady about you. Start talking $3,000 or $5,000,
Oh
but
yeah.
then, oh yeah, can you loan me $100? Like, oh okay, yeah, no problem, $100. And you're
Yeah.
comparing those two numbers in your head, you know?
Yeah. So they kind of like give you options. Like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna lend me today? 3,000 or 100?
So here's another guy. That's right. Who mentioned it? Somebody in here mentioned it. Nadia, the Tinder swindler. Have you seen this guy on Netflix?
My wife was telling me about that one. That was kind of crazy that he
You
would
should
make.
check out the Tinder swindler on Netflix.
I will. There was one I was watching, bro, that this guy was from somewhere, I think Portugal, but they were staying somewhere down in like South America, Central America. He was a marathon runner, and oh, he was scamming people out of money, bro. Like he put up a page that he was there to represent Portugal, and I don't know what community, and he ended up getting big funds from people funding him. And on the days of the race, um, like he went for a race and he just disappeared, and they didn't find him again. And when they found him, it's like, what happened? And he was like, hey man, it didn't go how it was supposed to. They arrested me. I know it was due to racism. So
Uh,
then, so he preyed on more emotions. And the people were like, what? They're being racist? We're going to go down there and give you more money. You
no.
know? Yeah. So they went down there, sponsored him with more money. This time they were running through like the desert. He disappeared in the desert. Um, Somehow one of the roommates found him. Oh, because he, oh man, it's a crazy story, bro. I need to find the story. It's an awesome, crazy story of how conniving people could be. He took money from the roommate, a shitload of money too. And when the roommate started getting fishy because he was like, dude, I'm running the same marathon. I haven't seen this guy. Where is he?
Mm.
So he just got a little shady and he stopped running the marathon too to go look for this guy. And he did whatever he could to research what was going on. He found his real name, the scams he was playing. Finally, he got arrested somewhere, but the money was never recovered. Crazy.
Yeah, the Tinder swindler
Uh huh.
dude scammed all these women. You got to blame the women too. You got to fault the women to blindly give money. Just believe a guy who said he's a billionaire. So he's a billionaire, but he has no cash.
Shit.
Come on. And then to keep sending him money, a couple of $100,000, their life savings. And this guy was a smooth talker, but he was an asshole too. I've streamed him a couple times, and I thought about streaming him again so you can see how arrogant he is. And he's like that for real. He's very arrogant. He's rude. He walks around with bodyguards and expensive
Wow.
cars, like all this, people think he's a scam. That why doesn't he need bodyguards? He probably needs bodyguards because people want to kill him
Oh
because
yeah.
he's a scammer. Maybe I'll stream some of that in a few days. It's just that the guy's in a different part of the world. He's in Dubai, and it's hard to get the schedule when he's going to be on. But you get to see that interesting person, that guy. Um,
Wow.
but anyway, that's all I got for tonight, man. Anything you wanted to add or share, or what do you got going on with your page or whatever?
Nothing going on my page, man. That's it. But you can still find me on Facebook, my personal profile. Just don't hit me up and try to scam me. Um, Abel Vela on Facebook. Manny, you know me. I just try to grow a page, bro, that's full of motivation and everything I post up there. They're from personal learning experiences. I'm literally learning from my failures and becoming better as I go because we don't go to school to be great. There's no school to become great. That's just steps that we take to become better every day, and we take those when under our own decision, not because we're forced. So I
Yeah,
kind of just try to light up the world that way. The people who are uh, on my Facebook page, that's all I post. I don't post garbage. Um, so cool. If anybody wants to follow, I'm there. Other than that, just don't get scammed. Don't give out your password. Don't send money to people. If somebody needs money, get their phone number. Tell them, hey, I'll call you later on if you really feel like they need the $20. And if they don't give you the number, then it's not really them, or you know.
yeah. You know what? And I always say, if somebody needs money, and if you can help somebody out, just gift it. Don't expect it in return. And if you can't do that, then you can't then don't do it. And it doesn't make you a bad person. It's just that don't always expect things back.
Yeah, and the scammers are hitting hard though because I was remembering my sister told me, well, my mom told me that my sister told her that some family from the ranch that we have over there, they were like, and they're always been okay, bro. I mean, they're not dying of starvation or nothing, but somehow they're like, no, well, the daughter called and said that the daughter sent a message that everybody lost their job and they're having a hard time and this and that. And my sister doesn't know them too good, and I'm like, they don't have a daughter, right? And so it's like all, and my mom was falling. Even my mom, bro, since she's older, she doesn't remember who has whom, how many kids or none of that. And she was like, "Oh man, pobrecito, like how can we help them and this and that?" And I was like, "They don't have a daughter, like it's bullshit."
Yeah, there was somebody who got one of my a friend of the family. Got a phone call in the middle of the night that so and so, tu primo, is in jail. He needs money to get out to Mexico. He's in Mexico in jail. Manda, send money, manda dinero, manda man, and get to help him get out of jail. And then they would send money. They'd go out early in the morning, go to Western Union to send the money. And then she would make phone calls like, "What? Who? He's not in jail." you know.
Wow.
And these calls would come in the middle of the night,
To
and they
catch
would
you off
take
guard. Yeah.
and they would take a few $100s. They'll say it's an emergency and all that kind of stuff.
They had actually called my mother-in-law once and told her that they had her daughter's kidnapped, and she was freaking out. She had to call everybody and make sure everybody was good. So it's just like that, bro. Emotions like trigger emotions and send me money now.
Yeah, that's not even funny.
I know, bro. That's
That's not even
crazy.
funny.
But
All
yeah,
right, if that's all you got, that's all I got for tonight. Don't get scammed. If you have any questions on anything, if you think you're getting scammed or you're not sure about something, drop me an inbox. I'd be glad to help. And hopefully you won't get scammed, or if you think somebody's trying to pull a fast one on you, we'll try for that not to happen. So,
but if you like the content, send $1,000 today to subscribe.
there you go. Send $1,000 to subscribe. No,
All
actually,
right,
you can subscribe on YouTube, please,
for
and it's
free.
free. Yep. YouTube.com, Manny behind the mic. Please do so. We're close to the 1,000 mark. So close. It's taken so long, but we're almost there. I appreciate you all. We'll be back tomorrow with more new and exciting content. We'll see what's happening in the political world or in the scamming world. Keeping an eye on some people. We'll keep you informed. Abel, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having.
Everyone, have a great night. Thank you for visiting with us for an hour and 28 minutes. And we will see you all tomorrow.
Later.
Good night, everybody.